What up, guys? Kevin here, and I just beat Final Fantasy XIV, so I'd love to review it. Tell you what I thought. Oh, my bad. Final Fantasy 4. 4. Sorry. 14 stole a lot from 4. So I just get the two mixed up. I know they look a little bit different, but I'm like, damn. Am I playing Final Fantasy 14 right now? But Final Fantasy 4 Pixel Remaster, did I love it? I made a very critical error, and I think 3 is still the most enjoyable, but that error I made was I played this on PC. I played Pixel Remaster 4 on PC, which is different than the Pixel Remaster on PlayStation and Switch. There's no boost. There's no boost on the PC version. You cannot turn off battles. You just can't. While you can on PlayStation. And you can't boost Gil and you can't boost experience, which I don't use any of those, but I do like turning off the battles when I'm done with an area or I need to like backtrack. And I would always turn on ×4 Gil, which I got to say that did bring a little bit more enjoyment with playing it on PC because I felt like I had to grind a little bit. And boy, did I have to grind a little bit here in 4. More so than the first 3. I think the first 3 games I just went forward with the story and where to go and did it. Now, did I get the Platinum Trophy? Of course not, because it's on PC. But I am like a few trophies away. I think I can do some cleanup or a few achievements away, and I can 100% it, which I am going to do. But I will say I did get a little bit more enjoyment out of that. Sometimes when you play a game just to get the Platinum Trophy, or you have that in the back of your mind, that creates a stress that I don't think is really needed with video games. I know some people love it, but for me personally, I just want to play the game and enjoy the game and not worry about like the bestiary and all this stuff or all these missables. I mean, same thing can apply with getting Steam achievements, but a lot of the Steam achievements, I'm like, I don't even notice it because it's like a very little pop up in the bottom right corner. So, but it's all good. I think I got like a few more. But Final Fantasy IV, definitely the most cohesive of the first 4, I would say, and that's not really saying much. Storylines, Cecil and the cast of characters are great. I mean, you go in and you just basically destroy a town. You pick up Rydia, who is my favorite. Rydia is my favorite mage. I think one of the best mages in video games. She's a summoner as well. She's awesome. Tella, old man Tella, can suck a peepee. The worst mage in history. He just didn't have barely any MP, and he kept dying. And he was just worthless. Luckily, you don't have him the whole game. Spoiler alert. But, man, I was like, you are bringing down the game. And then you get Rosa and Rydia, who have a proper amount of MP and a proper amount of skill set. And they won it for me. But yeah, I think not being able to turn off the auto battles, absolutely just, it's a quality of life games like this need. Or at least have the enemies on the overworld so I can go, nope, I'm going to run past you. But again, it's a game of its time. I don't know when this came out, like 91, 92, early 90s, when I was just, 5 or 6 at the time. So, yeah. And I got to say, looks-wise, again, all these games look the same. There's the Pixel Remaster, so they all have the same artwork and everything. But you can tell the character detail, the world design is a big step up. I mean, from 1 through 4 at least, I can only speak for those. Still haven't played 5 or 6. It's an absolute like jump up. Some people have issues with 2, but at least it was like an experimentation and something they did different. And then 3, I thought they were really perfecting what they did with the first 3 games. And then 4, it's just they took it to a whole new level. And I think today when you see games like certain sequels that are coming out soon, and just sequels altogether, it's just more of the same. It's just more of the same. You look at these Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster games, it's just more of the same, just based off looks. But when you actually play it, you're like, wow, they did this in this game. Then the second game, they went and did this. In the third game, they introduced that. It's really something. I think it's really something that everybody should go and experience these games. Absolutely great. And you go to the moon. You go to the moon in Final Fantasy IV. And because who cares? Who cares? It's awesome. You go to the moon in Final Fantasy 14 as well. Again, a lot of similarities there. I'm sure there's other games you go to the moon. You go to the underworld as well. It's just like, man, they're really expanding. And you just got to put yourself back in the early 90s when this was, on the Super Nintendo? I mean, they didn't have much to work with on those cartridges. But they did it. They did it. But yeah, there was some annoyances. The last boss, Zeromus, can go to hell. Just his multiple AoE attacks, which, again, I'm not really looking up guides or anything. I'm going in blind and just dying instantly. What sucks about that is there's a 10-minute cutscene before that you cannot skip. You cannot skip it. So I died like 4 or 5 times there, and I had to sit through that. I had to sit through like the same cutscene, like an hour's worth of the cutscene, until I finally beat it. Man, I thought I was like way under level, but man, I just had to get creative there. Pretty much throughout the game, I didn't have to go too crazy. It's like, all right, I can summon there, summon here. But the last boss, I'm like, all right, I got to throw haste. I got to throw this. I got to make sure Kane jumps, and I need to have 2 healers going at the same time. And I was like, man, it's been a while since I've actually had to use my brain in these turn-based battle games. But yeah, you got the wall here. I remember the wall in like Final Fantasy 12 as well. That was fun. That was a fun little boss. Yeah, 4 is definitely the best of the 4 games I played so far. I think 3 was more enjoyable just because I had those quality of life improvements on the PS4 version. So I'll probably go back to the PS4 version and play 5 and 6. And yeah, this is absolutely worth it. I think it took me about 25 hours to beat this one. So I think hour-wise, I'm getting close for $1 per hour for the $75 I spent. Well, I spent the $75 on PlayStation 4 plus another like $17 on Steam for this version. So that's just me. That's just me being done with my money. But hey, I'm happy to support these games. Just awesome. Just awesome. Now going forward, I think I'm done with Final Fantasy games for now, just because Starfield comes out in a week from now. And I've been playing these back to back to back to back. And I think I need to probably wait till like next year and I'll finish off the last 2, 5. I'm really excited for 5 because I just don't hear people talk about 5. I have no idea what 5 is about. I have no idea. It was like 2 and 3 for me. Just like I never heard much about those games. Now I got 5, which I hear some good things, but again, I don't hear much things. And of course, 6 is the classic that everyone loves as well too. So that's where I'm at. Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster 4, Final Fantasy 4 Pixel Remaster. Absolute recommend, especially on Switch, PlayStation. Get those quality of life improvements. Though I do think PC, I think you could speed up the battle a little bit more. I felt like the battle was a little bit faster, and I think there was a toggle to speed up the battles that I don't think I saw on the PlayStation version. Also, the bestiary. There is no in-game bestiary on the PC version of Final Fantasy IV. On PS4, you can go in the main menu and view the bestiary. You cannot do that on the PC version. You actually have to quit the game and view the bestiary. And I think that's why I missed a couple. I'll have to go back and look. But Final Fantasy IV, Pixel Remaster. I mean, wherever you play, even on mobile, which I don't think they have controller support, I still think you're going to enjoy the games. I got to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Later.